answers and partners. And the drawing that I'd made on the blackboard, whiteboard, looked kind of like a distorted spider web. And it was at that point, I don't think they wanted me to explain any further or get another whiteboard, but the mayor at that point said, "Don't worry, we've got you. We're going to make this work." And that's been the attitude of the city. That the land, helping us with the gap, helping us through and supporting us all the way. So first to the city council, mayor, Sean Guzman, Adam, and all of the staff that helped us. We are so grateful. And in point of fact, when you look across Utah and the different activities that cities do around homeless, St. George is at the top of the pecking order. We are a model. You all have participated in developing the model for the state. Can we have a big round of applause for the city of St. George? Also, great thanks to our team, our Riverwalk development team. Tracy Dutson, who is there's Tracy, the project manager. CJ, our architect. Wes Jensen of the title company. David Broadbent, our attorney. Danville Property Management, Lisa and Jerry. Lisa, there they are. Folks are all here, and we appreciate you so much. Also, as part of that team, we'd like to recognize St. George Housing. They are providing some of the vouchers, the project vouchers for the project. Then our construction team, Bonneville Builders, John Tebbs, Tyler Johnson, Brian Cummings, and Brad Van Buren. And these guys have been absolutely wonderful, great to work with. During the course of my career, I've had a chance to work with a number of contractors and putting together housing. These guys are the top of the mark. So to Bonneville, we really, really appreciate all you've done. To Joe Gibbons for flooring, all of the flooring. You're going to see the beautiful flooring in there. Fourth, our funding agents. Enterprise Team, Zions Bank, Rocky Mountain, CRC, John Montgomery. Then the philanthropists, Lindsay Atwood family, Gail Miller family, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Shelley and Ken Weisenbacher, and the community at large in lots of ways of support and donations. Also, after this program, there's going to be coffee and cookies, thanks to Perks and thanks to Dutchman's. So we appreciate all that happened. And now let me have introductions. No introductions really are necessary for our Chief Executive Officer, the go-go gadget of the world, Carol Hollowell.
So I'm really just introducing right now Pamela Atkinson. And for those of you who don't know Pamela, you're missing out. I met Pamela actually maybe 4 or 5 years ago when we first started attending homeless summits. And this woman is not paid. She is the largest homeless advocate that I have ever met. And I've been to a lot of national events. And Pamela, every speech she gives is about her homeless friends. And her attitude about that and treating people with dignity, she just changes the world and really changes everybody around her. So I asked her to just say some things. I think it was last month, they opened up Pamela's Place in Salt Lake, and it's 100 unit. So, it was bigger than ours, but it's just so amazing to see her impact that she's had. So if she's on the phone, we'll put her up real quick.
Yeah. Thank you so much for inviting me. I really feel honored to be with you all today. I have been so very impressed with what St. George and other parts of Southern Utah are doing for our homeless friends. It's just been amazing. You've given our homeless friends hope. You've given them love. And one of the things I picked up, and particularly this year, is that you've reached out to them to not only care for them, but you care about them. And there's a real difference between those two prepositions. To me, caring about people is, it takes more than just say, oh, here's a pair of socks. Because what you've done with real love. I particularly have been so impressed with the collaborative efforts that have taken part. If you think about it, you know, one can coordinate, one can cooperate, but sheer collaboration that you have epitomized, as was just listed, in all the people who have donated time, donated money, donated materials. And I think Riverwalk is an example of people caring. Not only are people going to feel welcome, but the description, it says warmth, and it says we care about you. The fact that it's in such great surroundings, the fact that it's going to have such great providers. For many of our homeless friends, being welcome to a place like Riverwalk, and they feel that was built for us already. Even the concept that there's going to be a building for them gives them a little bit of self-esteem that they, because of you, have made them feel important. And the minute they enter those doors, their hope, that's going to play a large role in this, because they see what has been done and their hope for the future is really increased. Governor Herbert likes to talk about TEAM, TEAM, and it's an acronym that I've used, and I just see it in play down in St. George. It stands for Together, Everyone Achieves More. That's what is the team effort. And although many of us do things one-on-one, we find that when we work as a team, so much more is accomplished. And the measurable outcomes, the quantifiable outcomes, I guarantee that within 6 months, within a year, you will have already changed people's lives, because you've given them hope. You've given them, with your help and their input, goals for which they can work. And so right now, I am so proud of you all, to Carol and to all of the people mentioned, all the staff down there. And I know that you're going to be doing such great work in the days ahead. So I thank you for this honor. And I hope that Riverwalk and what you've accomplished and what you're doing today will get a lot of media attention. Seems to me Salt Lake gets a lot of attention when we do things or don't do things for our homeless friends. And I think it's time that Southern Utah, and particularly St. George, gets the recognition that it deserves for reaching out and taking care and giving hope to many of our homeless friends. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of this. I really greatly appreciate it and am honored.
She's amazing. She really is. We were honored several years ago to meet the Atwood family. And actually, Tim Martin was on our board at the time and had introduced us. And Lindsay really wanted to do some great things. And Lindsay passed away last year before he could see this finished. But Laura, his wife, who's not the limelighter, agreed to do a quick little clip. And if you were watching it on YouTube, you get to see it, but you'll get to hear her, and we just have a short clip from Laura.
Hi, my name's Laura Atwood, and I am the widow of Lindsay Atwood. And I'm so excited today to be a part of this celebration of the ribbon cutting at Switchpoint. I wished my husband could be here to enjoy it also, but it's a great thing to be celebrating today. Oh, he would just be so excited. He had a vision or a dream many years ago that he talked about to some of his friends and said, you know, I've got this idea to start a town. And this little town will be out in the middle of nowhere where we could do, you know, farm some land, have a few animals, build homes, and people that were struggling or, you know, lost their job, mothers that were trying to, you know, survive and take care of their children. They would have a place to live. They could learn how to farm and do different things. And he would give them guidance with financial help, how to get on a budget. And when we first got introduced to Switchpoint, it just fell right into this sort of dream that he had. And so he was way excited to donate and help get things moving at Switchpoint. He always used to tell anybody that would call him and say, you know, I need, you know, can you loan me money, or, you know, can you help me with this or help me with that? And he would always say, I will give you a hand up, but I will never give you a hand out. And if you asked any of our children, they would all tell you they heard that many times. He would just say, I'm so proud of everybody at Switchpoint that has worked hard to make this happen. And anything that's worthwhile, you're going to run into roadblocks. And the whole thing is to just don't give up and keep going. And eventually, with God's help, your dream will come true.
Fogging my glasses up. I hate this so much. Anyways, our last little thing that you'll get to see actually in person, it's looping over and over again in the community room after we take some tours, but is one of the families that's been living with us at Switchpoint. And this is a single mom. She's got 4 darling, rambunctious little girls that have the greatest hair. It's crazy hair. Anyways, but she just talks about how excited that these kids are to move in. And when I met this little family, I said, what are you excited about? I want to make our own macaroni and cheese. And it just really hit me. I've been so emotional for the last 2 days because this is so freaking cool. But think about that. Think about how the simple things mean so much. Macaroni and cheese. I hate macaroni and cheese. Thanks, Mom. But to them, this is a big deal. So are we going to play her little clip real quick? Okay.
It's a place for them so they can sleep at night, and you know, and I don't have to worry about people trying to break in or hurting us or hurting them. I have been denied. I've been denied on quite a few of the apartments around here, and it's been really hard for me to get into a place. And when I filled out the application and I finally got approved, my kids were just, they were off the wall, ecstatic. They were just like, hey, when do we move in? Every day. When do we move in?
Families like Crystal, who get to take their 4 little kids and move into somewhere that's safe and decent and affordable and gives them some dignity. It's like, I feel like Christmas morning. Literally, I can't stop walking into Riverwalk and just kissing the walls, man, because it's real.
I think I'm excited because I can feed my kids the way that I want to feed my kids. Because they miss mom's cooking. Hopefully I'll get a bed to myself. I don't think that will ever happen.
Thank you so much for coming. It's been a weird year, 2020. Holy moly. Everything has gone upside down, and no fundraisers, no big group activities. This is the biggest group activity we've had since January. And so you miss that. You miss that connection. So thank you. Thank you for coming. It's always awkward to do something virtual, but I think you got the point, even just listening to the remarks today. My remarks I'll keep short, but I want you to know this is where it's at. When we can work together as a community, and lift people up. This isn't normally me. Sorry. Normally I can keep it together, but we seriously have gotten so much attention's really not the words, but accolades. And it's not because of one team, and it's not just because of Switchpoint, and it's not just because of me. It's because I have never seen in my 30 plus years of working, people come together like they have in St. George. I ended up here really on a bad story, and I don't regret one thing. And I don't think my family does either. I love the movie Wicked. Well, the musical, and I went with my mom and my sisters last year. And there's a song in there about wonderful. And I just keep thinking, tapping our little hills together and thinking, a place called home, a place called home. 55 families this month, starting Monday, get to move in to call the place home. And these families range from ones that have been homeless a long time. They're families that have been running from abuse. They're families that have been just struggling to make ends meet, but working and not being able to afford to live here. And when you go on our tour today, one of the things I want you to remember is dignity. And everything that we do as a team, and when I say team, I mean all the agencies, our city, that work together on homelessness. And our main focus is, how do we treat these people as human beings? How do we treat them with love and dignity? Because that's where the change comes in. It's not just giving them a place to sleep or throwing some food at them. we cannot change their lives unless we build a relationship with them and treat them with dignity. And then that starts to multiply. And we've seen that over and over again in the last 6.5 years. There's nothing that's done cheap in Riverwalk. Everything that you're going to see today is beautiful. And when we introduce these families and we give them our community donated, especially Sun River, Jim and Sue Ann really hit the Sun River market hard. But we have, each family gets a move-in kit when they move in. And we're going to talk to them about how to take care of their home, their new home. We want them to know that they are a part of something. One of the things that you're going to see in here today is our community room. You're going to see our computer labs. We have case management on site. We'll have group activities. We want them to feel like they belong somewhere. And that is the way our community grows and becomes stronger. So, to leave you with those thoughts of dignity and having a place to call home, we hope that this is the start of something big here in Washington County. I hope that the other mayors, I'm not going to use the word shamed, but they should be. Encouraged is a much better word. We want to encourage them, thank you, to step up to the plate. And I don't know if you really heard what David Dangerfield said about the city donated this land where we're sitting here today. This project would not have happened without the city's participation. And it can happen over and over again in other communities if we show how much this impacts our community. We truly believe at Switchpoint, our mission is to empower people, to empower them to become productive community members. And that's what we do. And we see it over and over again, which is why we have success with our numbers. We call it recidivism, so those that don't come back into homelessness. Again, thank you so much for supporting us, for supporting Riverwalk. I just want to say, I do have some really cool hats for my Bonneville team. And so Riverwalk hats, but I have never in my career worked with a team as awesome as the Bonneville Builders team. It was just such a great experience for us. Thank you, John and Tyler and Brad and Brian, JP. Seriously, look at it. And JP cleaned up. Way to go, buddy. Yeah. But they did this because they saw the mission as well, and everything that they did with this project and how hard they worked to make it look clean and pretty for today. We had so many obstacles that we came upon. I mean, I'm telling you, I scratch my head sometimes and I wonder, my board members that are here today, in fact, if my board would just raise their hands so you can see how many board members are here today. We, every month, we're going, oh geez, what's gonna hit us now on this project? But we always overcame it, and somehow, and Brad never stopped smiling. I mean, seriously, Brad's the supervisor on site. And it doesn't matter what happened to us in this last year and a half, from meander lines to floodplains to funding gaps to, I don't want to keep going, but because it could take us all day, but I'm just telling you what a great experience that we've had to pull this off. So I'm going to turn the time over to Mayor Pike and to close this out, and then we'll start with some tours. We have 4 groups that will go. Sonia Narin, who's our finance manager, she's going to be leading a tour. We have Tammy Young back here. She's going to be doing a tour. Kristen Clark, she's giving a tour. Where's Bryce? Bryce and Bobby out there back there behind a mailbox. They each have a starting point, and so just group up there, and then I'm not kidding, it's going to blow your socks off when you see how awesome this turned out. So, Mayor.
First, let's give Carol a round of applause. I don't usually start this way, but I have a lot to say. but I'm not going to say it all. There's too much, right, Jimmy? They're really, this is such an important day. And I don't know, to start with, I don't know if Pamela Atkinson is listening. Do you suppose she's still listening? Maybe?
She was on, she left
She had to go.
another meeting to be with us. So,
Okay.
but she can watch this afterwards.
Okay, so I'll tell her. Pamela is such a wonderful, amazing person. I've known her for about, well, getting close to 30 years. Christy and I went to school with her son-in-law, Sam, and her daughter, Heather, worked with me at Select Health for a number of years. And this is just an example of the importance and the influence that people have on our lives. But Pamela was involved in the creation and the council that led to the formation of the Doctors Volunteer Clinic, family health care, and of course, she's been involved with Switchpoint. She's been an incredible advocate for Switchpoint, right, Carol? And of course, now Riverwalk. And I just would say to each of you and to Pamela, what's next? Pamela is like Carol. She's the Energizer Bunny. She's go-go gadget. She never stops. She is amazing. And I get to sit with her now, and who would have thought, just little me, Johnny Pike, I get to sit on the state homeless board, and she is on that board. Jimmy's been to that board. Carol and Shirlane Quayle, they've listened in, they've been parts of that. The decisions, the weighty decisions, the money decisions, trying to figure this issue, homelessness and poverty, out. It is hard. This is hard but important work. And I know the reason that Pamela does it. I know the reason each of you that are involved do it. And that is because of what has been mentioned before. It's because you believe in people and you want to help people. So this to me is an important time to celebrate. We can't forget to celebrate. There's so much in our lives right now, as Carol's just mentioned. This has been a tough year, one we'd like to just kind of write off, you know. We're going to skip it, do a do-over next year, I hope, for some reasons. But on the other hand, look what's happened in 2020. You know, there's still been a lot of good, and this is one of those things, and we need to celebrate. And I want to thank everyone again that's been involved in any way. And I do want to just call out my colleagues and my friends, my family. The city council is who I'm referring to. I believe they are all here today. So Jimmy Hughes, who is also on the Switchpoint board and has been, and our local homeless coordinating committee board since its inception about 9 years ago. Have I got that right, Jimmy? Shirlane Quayle, also on the Switchpoint board. I'm going to have them come up in a minute. But we also have Michelle Randall. Michelle, are you here? I'm not sure if she was able to make it. But let's see, Brian Smethurst is here. There's Brian and Becky. Thanks for coming, Becky. And Danielle Larkin, I see back there. Danielle's waving. Greg MacArthur, did I see you, Greg? I thought I saw him. He's behind over here. Wave, Greg, to everybody. Did I miss anybody? Of course, Adam Lenhart, our city manager. Give a big high wave, Adam. Sean Guzman, our city attorney, who's helped and been involved with this for many years. Thank you, Sean. David Cordero is our communications specialist and manager from the city, and he helps a lot with messaging and so many other things. I don't know if Deanna Berklasich is here, probably not, but she's our financial guru, and she's the one that says to Jimmy Hughes and I and Adam, yeah, we can figure this out. We can make this work. We can find the funding, whatever it might be. So I appreciate the extensive team that we have at the city. And I appreciate that Carol's mentioned that already, but I wanted to as well. So just a couple of other things. You know, we're told in Scripture that we should be doers of the word and not hearers only. And surrounding us today are doers. And I'm really really happy to be part of the team that are doers. I just do a little bit, frankly, compared to what most of you do. Thank you for being doers and not hearers only. And just a couple of other things. I believe this is, you've heard of red letter dates. Well, this is an orange letter date, right, Carol? This is an orange letter date. I'm so excited that we get to be here today. I'd just like to share a few words with you, and then I will shut up. And I'd like to have Jimmy and Charlene come up with me for a minute and have Jimmy make a few remarks and announce something. So, Carol, you did this to me. If I don't make it, it's your fault. From Wicked, there's another song called For Good. Do you know that song, any of you? Of course, Linda does, and Steve does. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. And it goes on, but it ends with these words. Because I knew you, I have been changed for good. That's what you are all attempting to do. That's what Carol and her team have done, and the board. And let's remember who's going to be changed the most for good, and that are the residents, the people that will live here and benefit from the generosity of all those who've contributed. Thank you very much. Jimmy and Charlene, will you come up for just a minute? Charlene, anything you'd like to say real quick, and then we're going to turn it to Jimmy. Charlene Quayle's amazing. She is our manager, director of housing and economic development, and we just put all kinds of stuff under that. So she is a very busy, capable, amazing person. Charlene.
Thank you, Mayor. He always puts me on the spot to say a few words. I guess the most thing I would like to say today, and the message is that I am blown away and overwhelmed by being a part of this. I started because it was part of my role when I joined the city almost 2 years ago. And it'll be part of my life from here on out. So thank you, everybody, for being a part of it. And thank you for just being a part of a city that cares so much. It really matters. And it matters for all of us. Thanks.
It's a privilege to get to work with people like Charlene. Really quickly, I say this all the time about my role in this project and in Switchpoint and the Homeless Coordinating Council. I've just kind of been drug along for the ride. Yesterday, one of my hobbies is I have a little cattle ranch, and yesterday we were out chasing cows, and one of the things we like to say is, walk up to that cow or that bull and grab it by the tail, and you might get a kick out of it. And that's literally what I've experienced in this this quest years ago, when Mayor MacArthur actually assigned me to sit on the Homeless Coordinating Council, and I didn't know what I was doing. Anyways, it's been a great ride. It's been a great privilege to become a homeless advocate. I guess you could call me now. I'm not quite a zealot like Carol, but I'm an advocate. So, and that's a title that she's earned, and we like that. But one other thing I want to mention is we talk about the homeless population and the things and the people. Takes all of us, right? We sometimes forget to mention our police department, and I want to give a shout out to them. For what they do, and sometimes in tough environments, and I want them to know that I appreciate what they do to make this community a great place to live. Also, and I don't know if you were going to say this, Mayor, but today, last week in City Council, we actually had a proclamation, and today is not just any day. Today is Carol Hallowell Day. Well deserved. And One of the things that Carol does is she inspires people to come together like this. She inspires me, she inspires the board, and that's something that a great leader does. I look at this building and say, wouldn't it be great to own a building like this? Carol's done that with her team and dragging us all along for others. It really isn't to enrich herself, but for others, and that's really what makes her great. So thank you, Carol.
Sorry, as you can tell, I kind of went over my time, but I really think it was important to have Jimmy and Carol say those things. Thank you very much. And again, I think we should all celebrate Carol Hollowell Day today. And so let's make sure we do that. Do something kind for someone else, and she'll be happy.
Thank you all very much. In addition to being Carol Hollowell Day, we have some VIPs who are here special, and we'd like to recognize them, Carol's parents. And her oldest son is here too. So can we invite Mayor, can you stay here? And can we invite Adam, Sean, and the rest of the board members of Switchpoint to come up? And we will cut this ribbon. And then make sure you get your little handout of your little key to remember the Day of Dignity. Hi. You can just roll, it just rolls. Okay. Ready?
Smile, you guys. One more. Perfect.
One more time. Hang on. There we go.
Okay, so for the online people, we are going to show you a video of a tour. For those of you that would like to get in small groups and take a tour, let's see. Let's have our tour guides. Tour guides, where are you? Maybe, should I have them go back there to you? Yeah, or up. Okay, Sonia's raising her hand. Let's get eight or so people with Sonia. Sonia will start one right here. Okay, so for our online people, we're gonna come off here. You're gonna show the video tour there. And thank you for joining us. We love who you are. We love your support. And I'm out.
Welcome to Riverwalk's one-bedroom unit. This is 330 with the best view in the house. All of our units have a durable floor that can't get messed up. And then in the bedrooms, we have carpet. Look at that view of the bike trail and the Virgin River. Number 328 is a 2-bedroom. Come on inside. Again, a lovely view of the river and the bike trail. All of the units, we maximize storage space. All units come equipped with washer and dryers, refrigerators, microwaves, dishwashers. Unit number 224, cannot get better than this. A 4-bedroom flat, which means no stairs. Come on in. Look at the size of this living room. It's beautiful. So much storage space in our 3s and 4s. Easily fit 6 kids. One of the features that our builder made sure to pay attention to is putting in wall plugs for TVs to be mounted. Bonneville, you're amazing. Triple deuce right here, 3-bedroom, 222. Sorry. Let me grab the windows for you. On our 3-bedroom, we had washer and dryers put off to the side. Gives you plenty of room, a bedroom for master and a bath. And on the other side of the living room, we've got 2 other bedrooms and another bath. Computer room. Welcome to Riverwalk's Community Garden! We have 10 tubs that people can grow their maters. Turned out great. None of this would have been possible without the City of St. George. In honor of Joe Bowcut. Gratitude, Matthew.
Okay, here we go. I'm speaking to y'all online. We had a few technical difficulties the first few minutes. There was no sound, but so if you share this with your friends, just let them know, and please do share. You can share this this live stream, either the YouTube or the Facebook. And thank you for being our advocates and for all of the support. We appreciate you, and we're out.